A new story. But before I even start the story, now all of you are wondering, what the hell does this title mean? Allow me to explain. Basically, he was just an Autobot. He didn't change. He didn't become a Decepticon. No, no, no. He was just an Autobot. So, like, if anyone remember my what if Shockwave became an Autobot? It's like that, but the only difference is that he never joined the Autobots or like all convinced. He wasn't betrayed or anything or wants revenge. He was just an Autobot. Best way to explain it is just he was there the whole time. He was an Autobot. He was never on the Decepticon side in the beginning. It's like him just going to the Autobot side before anything. So yeah, basically he was always an Autobot. But before I actually that's pretty much it. All right, let's continue. Now our story begin in episode 1, season 1. Now this is where we would see Cliffjumper going to the same location, but there's a slight twist. Ratchet would inform him there's 3 Autobot signals fighting one Decepticon. Now this interests Cliffjumper. This interests Cliffjumper, and Cliffjumper goes straight towards the same location. He transforms and arrives, and he's shocked to see he's shocked to see the 3 of them, and he's surprised to see the Decepticon they're fighting. And the Decepticon they're fighting is Bludgeon, a master in Metallo and a lot of other Cybertronian martial arts. Pretty much, he's like pure martial artist and swordsman combined. Oof, that's a deadly combo. Martial arts plus swordsmanship? Crazy. Just like me. But yeah, let's continue. Now, Cliffjumper goes straight and helps out his 3 buddies. Makeshift, Sideswipe, and Sunstreaker. And he's like, hey guys, you alright? And Makeshift looking at his buddy like, do we look alright to you? We're getting our exhaust pipes cooked right here. We're getting beaten. And Cliffjumper like, fair enough, as he jumps in and just starts helping out his buddies. And to be fair, they're not really doing well. I mean, to be fair, this man can fight even the Dinobots, like all 5 Dinobots, because to be fair, he like Metallo is a secret Cybertronian's martial art that can basically boost someone's skill level to a completely different level. It allows like anyone to like this. If you have the martial arts, you basically can fight anyone that's either stronger or faster or maybe even smarter than you. Or someone who's been fighting for years, you still would beat them or maybe even rival them because of how skilled you are. That's basically what the martial art does to him, which is why these 4 Autobots are getting absolutely dominated, even though they're all speedsters. And Makeshift is thinking, ugh, I can't transform into him. I won't have the same skill level. There's no points. And then he's like, maybe I can transform into a flyer. As you see, Makeshift, I'm gonna give him the same design like he had. The difference is it just has an Autobot logo and all that, but yeah. Now, they're busy fighting. Bludgeon. The other Autobots will come in, but same with Starscream and the Decepticons. And Starscream is shocked and he's like, Bludgeon? Oh, yes. Thank Primus, somebody. As he quickly tells Sunwave to open a ground bridge. And Sunwave doesn't hesitate. He opens a ground bridge and quickly Bludgeon leaves. And the Autobots go back to base with their new comrades. Makeshift, Sunstreaker, and Sideswipe. The 3 best friends. Well, technically I'm just going to say that. Now, the twin brothers explain their story, and Makeshift also explains his story. Now, Makeshift explained he was busy traveling and got ambushed by Bludgeon. And he basically helped his team escape while he stayed behind. And who is his team? Don't worry about that. Let's just say being part of the elite guard has some perks. Proud. Pretty much, Sideswipe and Sunstreaker also explained they had a distress call and quickly went over and they started helping out Makeshift. And they were all fighting him. They were getting whooped. They were getting whooped badly. So Sunstreaker would explain that they managed to crash the ship and go into an escape pod, but sadly Bludgeon also managed to escape and follow them, and yeah, they ended up here on Earth and started fighting him, but they know the rest. And Optimus is like, huh, makeshift, I'm glad you're here. Sunstreaker sideswipe. I'm glad you two are here, but I know you two are gonna cause troubles. And Sunstreaker like, please, Optimus, we always cause trouble, no matter where we are. Optimus like, facts. All right. Just try your best to not cause trouble. And Sideswipe laughs and he's like, does bro know who we are? We're the twin brothers. We always do this. Sunstreaker like, yep. And Cliffjumper thinking to himself, hopefully things don't get crazy. And yeah, hopefully. But yeah, he should have he should have never hoped for that because things are gonna get worse. For not the Autobots, but you can say it's gonna get a bit chaotic. But anywho, we skipped to episode 2 because to be fair, episode 1 ends off the same with Megatron coming from the space beach and everything, and yeah, there's no humans because to be fair, Cliffjumper's not dead, he's not injured, he's not anything. So, you know what I'm saying? There's no more humans. So yeah, thank goodness, because the Raphael is only used for one. Second might be Jack. Honestly, never mind. Jack and Miko are the same. Both useless. Only Raphael. But anywho, now Megatron. Oh yeah, we skipped to episode 2. Yeah, episode 2. Now Megatron comes in the warship and he's looking at Starscream like, Starscream is good. Oh wait, Bludgeon? As he's surprised to see Bludgeon behind Starscream, and Starscream's like, Master, I got your greatest swordsman right here. I know you can praise me. And Megatron looks at Starscream, wanting to punch him, but he knows he can't because he did do something good for once. So yeah, he just looks at Starscream and is like, "Yeah, good job, Starscream." Pissed off, but then there's a smile on his face as he walks up to Bludgeon and is like, "Bludgeon, how's it been?" And Bludgeon like, "It's been wonderful, Lord Megatron." And Megatron's like, and may I ask, how did you get here? And Bludgeon would explain he tracked an elite guard spaceship and went in there to basically kill every elite guard's member. But sadly, Makeshift was there to stop him. And hearing this, Megatron's like, oh, Makeshift, the Autobot shifter. He was always most annoying. If it wasn't for him, maybe 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 the Combaticons would have been still alive. As yeah, he's the reason the Combaticons are dead in this universe because remember he can shift his form, so yeah, he can always infiltrate the Decepticons and always spy on them and give information. Yeah, honestly, he's more dangerous than even actually anyone. Well, besides Optimus and Megatron, but yeah, he's extremely dangerous when it comes to that. And Megatron is like, well, that's fine. Did you please kill any elite guards member? And Bludgeon like, sadly no. I was gonna kill this female, but sadly Makeshift came between us and saved her. And here in this season, and here in this Megatron's like, he gave me like a nice and shining armor to save a damsel in distress. And Bludgeon like, I'm sorry, what? Megatron like, don't worry about it. It's it's something the humans say. And Bludgeon like, okay. But yeah, that's basically it. He saved every single member. I didn't get the chance to kill anyone. And yeah, when we ended up in that situation where I was busy fighting him, but sadly he managed to get a distress call out and two bots came in to ruin it. Again, hearing this, Megatron's like, and who's that? And Bludgeon will say, Sunstreaker and Sideswipe. And hearing this, Megatron's like, oh, the twin brothers. Oh, the most irritating of them all. Especially Sunstreaker. He can't shut up. Ugh. But even Sideswipe, no different from his twin brother. Insignificant worms. You know what? I can't wait until I kill them. I can't wait. But it's fine. What about the other members of the ship from the Legat ship? And Bludgeon's like, not too sure. They went to different locations around the galaxy. I don't really know where they are. But I did wanted to kill the captain of the ship. And this Megatron's like, really? Who was the captain of the ship? And Bludgeon will say, it was an Autobot named Prowl. Oh, him. Oh, I remember him. He was one of Optimus's officers. He's stuck. He's a stuck in the mud. He's what I would call a true Autobot. He follows the books and the laws and the rules. So yeah. Yeah, I really hate cops, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm glad you're here with me, Bludgeon, because now at least I get to show you this. As Megatron shows them Dark Energy and everything, and pretty much episode 2 is just Megatron using Dark Energy and reviving the Decepticons, the Autobots coming in because remember, and Dark Energy can always be tracked down because of its high energy frequencies, and yeah, pretty much episode 2 kind of hmm, I'm not gonna say it goes the same because Cliffjump is not dead, so it does not go the same, but it kind of goes the same because the only difference is that it's a Terra Viocon, not a Terra Cliffjumper. So yeah, and that's the end of episode 2 and episode 3. How would this go? You see, Optimus is by himself with Ratchet, and obviously Ratchet will do the same thing, revive that broken device. Oh wait, no, yeah, he does. And pretty much Optimus destroys it, and pretty much they would have to go to the same location. The only difference is the Autobots he brings. And boy, oh boy, I was always wondering who can I bring. And you know what? Cliff Jumper and Makeshift are perfect to come with Optimus and Ratchet. So yeah, the four of them go together to basically get no to take down Megatron, and Megatron revives the dead vehicle. No, sorry, the dead Cybertronians. How long have they been there actually? No, it doesn't matter. Optimus and his Autobots are fighting all of them, and they overwhelmed them and managed to beat, well, not beat them, but basically slice and dice them into pieces. And with Makeshift being there, it's along with Cliff Jumper, it's easy. Yeah, it's much easier, but yeah. But the thing is, Makeshift is just gonna be annoying because this man can just transform into anybody. But yeah. So pretty much when they're busy fighting, Makeshift decides to transform into Starscream and uses Starscream's flying capabilities and his missiles to basically do a lot of damage. And then he proceeds to transform into Megatron and uses his weapons. I was gonna say his gladiatorial skills, but I forget. Makeshift can have like some of the skill levels, but he can have all of the skills. Like he can only copy like the ones he, like not the ones he sees, only a little bit. So yeah, pretty much Makeshift is just annoying, and Megatron hates Makeshift. Like I mean, hates. This man hates him more than Optimus. How's that possible? How can you like? How can you make Megatron hate you more than Optimus? Because Megatron hates Prime with a passion. It's his passion to basically hate Optimus. Like basically that's what Megatron is. Optimus' biggest hater. And yeah. And pretty much they kill all the Terracons. And episode 3 will end up the same. But episode 4, I'm basically gonna do that oh yeah, the one way they have to save Agent Fowler, that's the other Autobots mission, and that's their episode. They obviously have to save Agent Fowler and all that, and Sunstreak are like, ugh, humans, so useless and so inf- actually, I know that Sunstreaker hates humans and all that, but honestly, I don't really know how he would say the things. I don't know what racist slurs you would say. I don't know what he would say. Yeah, I see him saying this. Humans, so useless, worthless monkeys. And Sideswap like, um, okay, bro, calm down, calm down. And Sunstreaker like, whatever. As the five Autobots, which is Bulkhead, RC, Bumblebee, Sunstreaker, and Sideswipe all work together to basically save Agent Falwa and get him out of there. And since there's no Miko, Raphael, Jack, they do it much earlier and faster, so yeah, and more efficient. And yeah, that's pretty much episode 4. Episode 5, obviously, they have to go straight towards the space bridge and destroy it and basically save Earth from a zombie apocalypse, basically. Well, Cybertronian zombie apocalypse, but you know what I'm saying. Now, the Autobots obviously are fighting a bunch of Viacon flyers, and this man makeshift like, you know what? I'm getting sick of this. You know what? Let me do something interesting. As he proceeds to transform into Soundwave and uses Soundwave's tentacles and his other weapons to basically just overwhelm them. And Soundwave looking at this like, copycat son of a. As Starscream's like, relax, PG. We don't do the B word. And yeah. And some are like, my bad. As they just look on and Megatron still throws the dark energy on. And I would say that satellite thing was destroyed by the Decepticon. I mean no by Bulkhead, yes. And Soundwave will still go down, use the satellites to basically open up the space bridge, but since there's no humans to distract him, it's much faster. And yeah, at the end of the day, episode 5 ends up the same. I'm not gonna lie, it ends off the same, but with a slight twist actually. As when Optimus was like about to be killed by Megatron, he's saved by two Autobots who came in a space pod, and these two Autobots get out and pretty much both of them crack their necks. We have a female and a male. And the male's like, sir, are you alright? As Optimus gets up and he's like, Prowl? And Prowl's like, yes, sir. I'm here to serve. And Optimus has a smile on his face. As he's like, finally, someone who follows the books. And looking at his right, he's like, and who's this? And Prowl's like, oh, this is Strongarm. She's my partner. I took under my wing. And Optimus like, all right. As Optimus thinking, I never thought he would actually take anyone under his wing, but whatever. Optimus gets up and cracks his neck and asks Prowl if he's ready to tag team. And Prowl nods his head, and both him, Strongarm, and Prowl work together to tag team Megatron. And Strongarm is ecstatic to tag team along with a legend, Optimus basically. And she's just chatting the whole time they're fighting. Then Megatron looking at her like, my gosh, I have never seen anyone talk so much. And Prime is like, me too. And Prime is like, strong arm win a fight. We don't be talking much. We just be boxing. We just be throwing them hands. We don't be talking much at all. We don't yap. We just clap. And yeah, Prime just proceeds to just send Megatron flying with an uppercut and just tells everyone they should leave. And Ratchet will ground bridge everyone out of there, and he's surprised to see Prowl and Strongarm, and he asks what the hell happened, and Optimus will explain. And Makeshift quickly walks up and is like, sir, are you alright? And Prowl is like, Makeshift, it's good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you're still alive. And Makeshift's like, yeah, it was mostly because of these two, as he points towards Sunstreak and Sideswipe. And Prowl looks at them like, oh, those two. And Sunstreaker like, and what's the attitude for? And Sideswipe is like, you know why. And Sunstreaker basically is like, hey, listen, I know we're very annoying. I know we irritate you, but we can't be that bad. And Optimus like, to be fair, they're not really that bad. We have worse. And hearing this, Sunstreaker's like, you see, even Optimus acknowledges that. And he's like, what, millions of years old? And Prowl's like, 9 million years old, brat. Oh, hell no. Who you calling a brat? As Sunstreaker cracks his knuckles and says, alright, you want to run our fate? Fine. Come here, Prowl. But Optimus grabs him by the shoulder and is like, if you're gonna fight him, fight me. And Sunstreak like, I'm gonna turn the other way. As he just walks away because he's not dealing with that. And Prime just rolls his eyes. And he's like, do you really have to bait him like that? And Proud's like, I like Sideswipe more. At least he follows orders sometimes. But his brother is just a loose cannon. Can't really blame me for that. And Oxman's like, fair enough. And yeah, I'm gonna end this part right now. And I'm not gonna lie, oh, the things I could do are infinite. How can I basically screw up with the Decepticons? And the thing is, don't worry. Makeshift is gonna be using his abilities to basically deceive, manipulate, and perceive to just cook. Megatron might die even earlier than I imagined. Because I'm thinking, this man can die so fast, it's hilarious. Like, wow, actually, I think I might end this very early. Like, that depends how it goes. Like, it's makeshift, and he's an autobot permanently, so. And besides, the Cyclones don't even have, like, ideas for his abilities, but the autobots, oh, they got infinite ideas. But you know what? Let's just end it off right